Hello, everyone. Welcome to Off the Charts, episode 144. Before we start off, if you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Tell your friends. Today I'll be doing another one of my remembering forgotten bands. Um, Today I'll be talking about Canada's Coney Hatch. Before I start, last episode, I had talked about this famous product that Steve had told me about. I bought this last weekend, I guess. I've had it every day since. I don't say I love it. If you take your toast, you put a lot of butter on it and it melts a lot, and then you have to, I had to say, literally, you have to put a thin slice. Don't do it like peanut butter or a jelly there. Thin layer of Marmite on it, because the first one, boy, did I fucking hate it. And Steve's like, yeah, that's a first timer Marmite eater right there. So it's not bad. It's not something that I would. Well, we'll see if I get used to it there. The only reason I'm keep eating it is because I paid for the damn thing there. So $5 for this little jar here in comparison to this is my beer today there. I don't have any Grand Marnier today, so I took some Stray Dog beer, Jagged Little Pilsner. You guys must assume that this is off of Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill there. Their beers have little clever titles like that. So, anyway, enough of that. Here, let's have a sip. Now, let's talk about Coney Hatch. So they're pretty much a hard rock band from Toronto, formed in 1981. The original lineup, which is pretty much what it's been here and there with a couple of changes there. Carl Dixon on guitar and vocals, more on him later. Andy Curran on bass and vocal, again, more on him later. Steve Shelsky on guitar, and Dave Thumper Ketchum on drums. So they have 4 albums here. So I'll talk about each one here. So their first one, just called Coney Hatch. This was actually produced by Kim Mitchell. So I guess I had heard the name Kim Mitchell, tossed around here and there regarding Coney Hatch. And I guess the first song I heard was, this is back in the Napster days, I guess there. Yeah, I did do Napster at one time, but I bought anything that I liked, I actually went and bought it after. So, the song Monkey Bars. And you listen to the guitar solo there, and you're like, oh my god, this is so Max Webster, that guitar solo. But it's not him. It wasn't Kim Mitchell. That's a misconception about, not just from me there, but a lot of people there. He only produced the album. He didn't play the guitar solo on Monkey Bars. But this album is great. Devil's Deck. Hey Operator, that's another great one there. But my favorite, Monkey Bars, that's actually... So, most of the songs are sung by Carl Dixon, but my favorite has got to be Monkey Bars, sung by Andy Curran. And it's a groove song, very simple, but man, that groove is actually pretty cool there. So, but yeah, check out that... if you're familiar with Max Webster's work, check out the song Monkey Bars and listen to the guitar solo and you'll be like, oh yeah, that's Kim Mitchell inspired, but again, it's not even him playing it apparently. So yeah, this tour here, they toured with Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, and a whole bunch of others. I just, like I said, wrote down the main one here. But anyway, here's their first album from 1982, just simply called Coney Hatch. And here's the band in the back here. I actually like this album a lot. Actually, first thing I ever bought from them was it's called a Best of 3, which is the greatest hits, I think, in the 90s that they came out. And I actually went and bought all 3 after that there. I liked them that much there. So anyway, Coney Hatch, 1982, their self-titled debut. Next up, 1983, Out of Hand. I'm not sure when you. Okay, well, I'm sure the expression is out of hand, of course, there, but out of hand, usually that has two T's, right? Not sure why the pronunciation of outa just has the one T right here, but there it is. This one actually is actually not as good as the first one, but actually I find it very good here. Shake It, First Time for Everything, Some Like It Hot, Love Games. So here's another picture on the back here. So yeah, I guess they were in the same era as the Headpins, I guess. The same type of hard rock music there. I actually like both pretty equally there, to be honest there. But yeah, here's Coney Hatch, Out of Hand, their second one. So after the second album, the drummer Ketchum left the band. I don't know why. Again, they have a bigger, they have a Wikipedia page. They also have the same data on their real page, not like Heavy Petting last week, where I was like I was struggling to find some. Sorry, man, this allergy today is like struggling to find some data on it there. But anyway, he left in 1983. The drummer Ketchum, he got replaced by Barry Connors, who was the drummer for Toronto, the band. Your Daddy Don't Know, that one there. So then came their next album, which is called Friction. Now this, I think there's a version of this album that this is the cover, and it's got the word Friction on the bottom. Of course, Coney Hatch written right there. My friend Steve has a different version of this. He's got this girl. I don't know if you ever saw the movie Private Parts with Howard Stern, when the girl in the studio. No, it's not in the studio. She does it in her own house, and she sits her lady parts on the subwoofer, and then Howard's going like that part there. Kind of like the same thing happening there. A lot of friction going on the. So this girl's humping a speaker of some sort there. Both album covers look, yeah. This is just boring. At least the other one would have been interesting to have there with the girl humping the. But anyway, this has got the Fantasy, right? Where is it? Yeah, there you go. Fantasy, This Ain't Love is good too. So again, the albums are good, but they just like great, a little bit less than great, and a little bit less than great, but not by a lot. It just like I just find them pretty much all equal. Just the first one to me has more standout songs, but yeah, after that, so this came out in 1985. Then not sure about the story, but they split. So as a kid, I knew the name Coney Hatch, but never heard any of their music until the 90s. So fast forward to the 90s now. Carl Dixon played with April Wine. I've seen April Wine in the 90s. I don't think he was there at the time there. I'm not sure what era of April Wine he was in. And he was also the singer. Like I said, this is all after Coney Hatch in the 90s and early 2000s, I guess. He was a singer of the Guess Who. I didn't know that for 8 years. So that happened. Again, I wasn't aware of that. What I was aware is if you watch Power Hour, you heard the video from a solo artist called Andy Curran with No Tattoos. That was such a great song. I love that song. Now, what pisses me off is, I'll put the picture right here. I know I own that CD. Apparently it's coming out. A friend of mine, Dion, told me that it was coming out on vinyl at the end of this year. So hopefully. But I had the CD. I know I did. Like, I have it on digital here. I can't fucking find it. I looked all over it for today. I was like, ugh. So I don't know where the hell I put that CD there. Or did I lend it to anybody out there in the YouTube world if you're watching this? But anyway, so yeah, that came out in 1990s. I guess he just did the one solo album. But like I said, I like that album a lot. So I will be getting it on vinyl when it comes out. Then came a reunion show of Coney Hatch in the 90s. I think it was 93. Ah, I don't have a cold. Just these freaking allergies today. Ugh. But yeah, reunion shows in the 90s. Then in 2008, I guess this is after his stint with the Guess Who. While in Australia, Carl Dixon got into a very major car accident. Brain injury, has titanium implants, and has now a glass eye, apparently. His buddy Andy Curran, which is the bass player, is like called him, I guess, from Canada, just while he was in a coma. Just like, we still got, Coney Hatch still got some rocking to do, man. You're not gonna die on me there. Sure enough, he came through, like I said, he was in a coma, brain injury, titanium implants, and a glass eye. I was like, wow. So 2010, the original lineup plays a show in Toronto, which is the first time since 1993 that the original lineup played together. So they split. They did a few, I think 10 shows in the 90s, 93 or something like that. Then it just let them just connect. And in 2010, that's when the original lineup actually came back and then did some shows, and they're as an active band there. Now you go. So that happened in 2010. So in 2013, they released a new album called Four. So I'm going to put the picture right here. I only own it digitally because, like I said, I do not own a CD player anymore. If ever this is released on vinyl, I will get it. But this is the original lineup. But after that, the guitarist got replaced by Sean Kelly, who is now the guitarist for Lee Aaron. So yeah, that guy. He's actually a very good guitar player. So they're still active. Not much else to say, I think. I missed their show. Like I said, I would have loved to go see it there. I think they played at the Brass Monkey a couple of years ago, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and I didn't go. So hopefully I'll have another chance to. Yeah, because I've never seen these guys live. Never. I was late into starting to like them there, but anyway. So that's my little story on Coney Hatch. I know Andy Curran also did Soho 69. I knew the name. I don't have anything by that band there. I only had his solo album from the 1990. So anyway, let me guys know if you guys know of them, like them, don't like them, whatever. But anyway, that's my little episode on Coney Hatch. Hopefully you guys haven't forgotten about these guys. So that's it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed. We shall see you next episode. Next episode will be something special about Ronnie James Dio. You'll see next Tuesday why that is. Have yourselves a great one, and we shall see you guys next episode. Take care. Bye-bye.